Behind the flashing lights, wild fashion, and legendary stage dives, was a man unraveling in silence. Fame cheered for him. Addiction chased him. The industry shut the door. But the music? It never went quiet. This isn't your typical rise and fall tale. This is the story of a visionary who defied every rule. And paid a heavy price. The climb. The collapse. The groove that never gave up. What if I told you that one of the architects of modern funk, a man who changed the sound of music forever, spent his final days living out of a van in the backstreets of Los Angeles? It sounds unbelievable, until you hear the story of the man behind the music. He was born Sylvester Stewart, a gifted kid from Vallejo, California. Before he was even out of his teens, he could play just about any instrument handed to him. While most were still figuring out what to do with their lives, he was already producing music and spinning records as a radio DJ, introducing audiences to a new kind of rhythm. Then in 1966, everything changed. He teamed up with his brother and formed a group that would defy every musical and social boundary of the time. That band? Sly and the Family Stone. This wasn't just a group. It was a revolution. Men and women, black and white, playing side by side, at a time when America was still wrestling with civil rights. And then came Woodstock, 1969. They hit the stage with "I Want to Take You Higher" and blew the roof off. The crowd went wild. The moment? Legendary. Sly's songs made you move, but they also made you think. Tracks like "Dance to the Music" and "Everyday People" weren't just dance floor bangers, they were calls for unity, masked in funk. And then came "Family Affair." Slower. Darker. Deeper. Sly's rough voice didn't just sing the lyrics, it bled them. He wasn't following trends. He was making new ones. Before there was George Clinton. Before Prince dazzled in purple. Before hip-hop even existed. Sly was laying the foundation. But even as the world danced to his music, his personal world was starting to crumble. By 1971, the cracks were showing. Substance abuse. Friction within the band. Cancellations. Missed deals. He tried to carry on, writing, recording, producing nearly everything himself. But the spark that once lit up arenas was starting to dim. In 1983, Sly was arrested on drug charges. It marked the beginning of his slow fade from public view. Over the next few decades, he became more myth than man. He'd pop up here and there, like at the 1993 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or a surprise Grammy appearance in 2006, rocking a bleached mohawk. It was wild. It was raw. It was Sly. But behind those brief flashes, he was struggling. By 2009, the world found out he was homeless, living in a van in LA, caught in legal battles over unpaid royalties. A $5 million court win? Overturned. A legacy carved in vinyl, nearly erased in courtrooms and alleyways. But here's the truth. Though Sly disappeared, his sound never did. Dr. Dre. Public Enemy. Tupac. All sampled his work. His influence is etched into the DNA of modern music. Even his fashion, his attitude, echoes of it show up in everyone from Prince to Bruno Mars. In 2023, his long-awaited memoir hit shelves, "Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself Again." A title only Sly could pull off. Inside, he wrote, "They say they're setting the record straight. But a record ain't straight, especially when you're not. It's a circle with a spiral in the middle." It was bizarre. It was beautiful. It was him. On June 9, 2024, Sly Stone passed away at the age of 82, after a long fight with COPD. He died surrounded by family and a few close friends. And though his final years were quiet, the echo of his work still booms through speakers and dance floors across the world. He wasn't just a musician. He was a cultural earthquake. So, How do you measure a life like Sly Stone's? By the headlines? The hardships? Or by the way his music made people feel? Alive, unified, unstoppable. Sly didn't just play funk. He gave it a heartbeat. He gave it soul. And he gave the world something it didn't know it needed. And thank you, for reminding us all to be ourselves. For more legendary stories, breaking celebrity news, and untold music moments, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you never miss a beat. We've got more powerful stories coming your way. Right here. Every week.